Anime Podcast, Red Leaf Retrocast, 155 episodes. I am JD. Tori, Hickey.
Yes.
You guys are also here.
Yeah. You are JD, exactly.
That's who I am.
Yes.
All the time.
This is correct.
Times.
It's a factual statement most of the time.
Most of the time, sometimes, yes. Maybe I want to be someone else someday. All right, so we're doing. We're talking about some despair today. Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. This show's been on my plan to watch lists for, I would say since 2018. Finally getting to knock it out today, and what a journey that was. Watching these, 12 episodes? 12? I feel like it's 12.
Yep, 12. Like 12. Yeah, it is 12 episodes for the first season.
Yeah, so that will be fun later, and then I guess we'll get into in a little bit here. We're previewing the fall 2023 season, and
woo, seasonal anime, let's go! Yay, everyone loves them. Woo!
Yeah, we'll do we'll do moving bar and stuff next episode.
Hell yeah!
How you guys been? Football starting. Messi isn't playing for Argentina. Let's go.
Yeah, he's gonna play for Argentina. I'm not sure about it. But like they have a deal where he will just play games when it's in Argentina, and then he'll just stay in bench the rest of the games.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just that the guy is just going to retirement. Let's just let him play in Argentina for the Argentinian public. Because he's never coming back here anyway, so might as well. He'll probably play against Brazil in Brazil as well when that time comes. But yeah, my team won 2 matches. My national team, let's go!
Woo! So did mine. Let's go.
It's okay. All I know is Germany is now the champions of basketball. That's what matters.
I think I remember right. Didn't Germany lose? No, wait, no, they did. Yes, they did lose, didn't they?
They got a new
coach.
They got to the
they lost to Japan.
Well, yeah,
true.
Clearly Germany sucks at football. They're great at hockey and basketball now. That's just how it works.
4-0. Okay.
Germany's in a great spot. They sacked their coach, and then they go like, who should we take in to replace him? Who should lead this? Who should lead this bright generation of German talent? No, this bright generation of German talent into to become the greatest national team in the world again. I know. How about we phone up, Jurgen Klopp? I'm sure he will say yes. Yeah, except he didn't.
Hey.
He was like, hell no.
He's like, nah, I don't want that. I'm English now.
My man doesn't even remember German anymore. He's been in Liverpool for too long.
Exactly. It's like, oh, man. How about that guy that took Dortmund to all those promised lands? Not league titles or anything, but,
Listen, no one can take Dortmund to a league title. It's impossible.
This is true.
I swear they could fucking lead the league with 3 games to go, and all they have to do is win one of them. And no,
they'll lose all 3.
They'll lose all 3.
Total collapse. So yes, being a Dortmund fan is despair, much like the anime we're going to talk about today.
but I assume a lot less fun despair.
Despair is fun. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is.
Oh, yes.
It's so much fun to watch your teams just utterly collapse year over year. It's great.
No.
How will they fuck us this year? I can't wait.
Oh my God, they're looking promising. Oh no.
The fall is going to be glorious.
They're actually playing well. God, I hate this. This is going to be awful.
Okay. Let's see. I've video games. What have you guys been doing? Any? Or just Well, just more like Apex, that kind of stuff?
Nah, well, Steam had the 20 years of Valve. So
yeah, true.
Just bought Portal 2, so I'm gonna play
Portal 2. Yeah, 90%. I recently I've been jumping a little bit in and out of games. Obviously playing more Honkai Star Rail. But other than that, I also recently remember that I bought like the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy.
Yes.
A long time ago. So I was like, you know what? I got nothing to do. Why not? And then, it made me remember why I enjoyed these games. But it also made me remember why I fucking hated these games. Holy shit. God, the controls. Oh, tank controls. Why'd you have to bring back tank controls? No one likes tank controls.
I don't know. I thought they fixed a lot of those in the old Crash games.
Oh, they absolutely fixed a lot of them, but it's still really bad controls.
Well, it's tough. It's got gravity really hits hard in that game.
Oh yeah, no, it absolutely does. There's like, it's also that it's just the annoying thing is like when you're used to like a lot of 3D games, which I am now, which like Crash Bandicoot still fucking screws this weird line of like sometimes 3D, sometimes 2D, but like I'm used to a lot of like 3D game. Yeah, I know. I'm used to this, the little compensation thing, which you really feel because in 3D games, the way they allow you to sort of traverse a lot of that is that they give you a little bit of leeway when it comes to jumps. Crash Bandicoot does absolutely not. As a matter of fact, if you hit the edge, like you land on the platform, but you hit the edge of it, it pushes you back every time.
Yes.
No, fuck you. You need to land on it, not almost on, not like just slightly on it. You need to land all the way on it.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're just gonna get fucked.
Correct. Okay. So in between these last two podcasts, you Tori and Hickey, you guys you put down an entire table of shows we haven't covered, but specifically big name shows.
Yeah. Essentially, because we started talking about the fact that we had watched most of like the big name shows like that we could think of, and then it was like we actually started following that train of thought through, and then it was like, wait a minute, I feel like there are some shows we have forgotten about, something we missed, and then we started putting down shows, and it was just like, oh my god, as a matter of fact, there is a lot of shows that we have just never covered. Some shows that make sense because they're really long, but also some shows that like it's just,
and everything's like 60 episodes or more.
Most of them are, yeah. But like even then, it's like Higurashi's one. Obviously, it's long, but it's more covered up in multiple seasons.
Sure.
Hellsing, the original Hellsing, but also Ultimate, for that matter.
Angel's Egg is
Angel's Egg. Yeah, movies is also something we've been really bad at, which is funny. But
we haven't done Angel's Egg.
Yeah, we never did Angel's Egg. No. At least I couldn't find anything about it.
I felt like you talked about it in the past, Tori.
I'm sure I've talked about it, but like we never properly like covered any of these on the actual podcast.
Okay.
So I was like, it's nice to get them down just to sort of see. Ergo Proxy obviously talked about. Alpha and Lead we never talked about. Interesting. Like it's just there's a lot of those shows where it's like a lot of people know them. We just never went into them, I guess. Or at least nothing more than like a mention. I feel like there's some of these shows that I feel like we probably mentioned them while talking about other things in the podcast, but nothing like, not actually like gone into them.
Yeah.
Welcome to the NHK.
Our bias against the 2000 shows.
Oh yeah, a lot of these are 2000.
Everything from 90s and 80s, but now we're getting to that point where there isn't a lot in the 80s and 90s. It's almost like the Japanese economy kind of collapsed. And everyone kind of, decided, well, it's time to not produce anything. And I didn't have any money before, so might as well just grow taller, as Kafka likes to say. And it's kind of like there's like this decade, kind of a lost decade, but nothing was really produced. And so, yeah, we need to get into the 2000 shows. Get through the bias.
I don't know. I feel like we're on a pretty good streak here from like Honey and Clover to this one here.
The problem is we kind of escaped. We went all the way to 2006, 2007, but all the shows are like 2002, 2003.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We just leaped from 1996 to 2006.
Yep. So basically, this list is just a bunch of stuff that I feel like when we actually do plan out more of these, it's like I feel like some of these should at least be into consideration. Like I agree with not covering stuff like Naruto and One Piece and stuff like that, obviously, but like there are some of these that are like, yeah.
It's way more important
Should we
that
talk
we
about
cover all of City Hunter and its spin-offs.
Hey, we still haven't finished Angel's Egg, by the way. Speaking of,
You mean Angel's Heart? Angel Heart?
Sorry.
Angel's Heart. The other one.
I think that's okay. Nobody will cover City Hunter like us.
Except for that one podcast.
No, we're better. Therefore, they can't
sure.
reach our level.
Yes, we're the best.
I guarantee they'll quit before
City
they
Hunter.
get to our level.
Don't know.
Oh yeah, it will happen. Okay, let's look at this next coming season, fall of 2023. Tori, you weren't kidding. There's a lot of sequels.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's just where we are right now. Especially considering the fact that we're also now we're so out of ideas that we're also going back into, like, again, the 2000s and even early 2010s to be like, there was a lot of big shows then that never got a sequel for some reason. Why don't we bring those back? I feel like a lot of that is happening now as well, but yeah, no, it's basically sequel.
Hokuto no Ken for the fifiest time, Everyone loves Hokuto no Ken. Give it this season.
Oh man. So yeah, that's basically where we're at right now, and it's a little boring, especially when there's a lot of shows you didn't really keep up with. It's like, okay, looking at this next season for me, I literally can only pick out 2 shows that I will watch, which is mostly because, like, for example, things like Spy Family, I didn't watch the first season. Dr. Stone, I didn't watch the second season and stuff like that. So it's like, I have to watch those before I get into these. Same thing with Maosuka no Yome, season 2, part 2. Didn't watch the first part of season 2, so stuff like that. But the only 2 shows that really stick out to me, or that I know that I will be watching, is Goblin Slayer season 2, because, of course.
It's Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, and Under Ninja, because, I don't know, there's just something about that. The moment I saw the first fucking key art for it, I was just like, I need to watch that show.
Under Ninja. Right.
Under Ninja.
I'm gonna watch because I've read I Am a Hero, which is from the same author, and I Am a Hero is something. It is. Man.
I read part of it because I was looking for manga and anime, or specifically manga in this case, that was like zombie based, because at the time there wasn't that many, and then I came across I Am a Hero, and God, it's a zombie manga, but God, that is so much more.
Oh yeah, it's a schizophrenic dream.
Under Ninja looks cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so much. I need to take some time out and do a little bit of research on modern contemporary like anime funding and
okay, Genshin.
They're doing an F1 anime show, sort of.
No, F4.
Well, yeah. But...
Come on. F4. It's F4. Yuki Tsunoda, which is in
Overtake.
Alpha
I like that.
came
I might
from
check that out.
Japanese F4. Because it's kind of becoming... Well, it's been a while where every single season... Before... Okay, let me just organize my thoughts. Before, we had cool-down seasons. Like, fall would be like this cool-down season where we would have a lot of sequels. Season 2, like second core, or season 2, season 3, part 1, part 2, season 3, part 2. Anyway. But now, kind of like every single season feels like a fall 2020, where fall 2020 was just a bunch of sequels. So I wonder what is happening to the business side, where most of seasons are comprised of sequels. So like this is a trend
only get,
that
like, newer
has
shows
been coming
in winter or summer.
Yeah, for like 2. Usually, like winter, we would see like a bunch of new seasons on like new series on winter, and then on fall you have like the second core, the second season. Then on spring you had a mix of them, and summer you would have a mix of them. Usually, summer a bigger core, 24 episodes, so you can get that recovered in fall as well. But now, from like 2021 to this day, every single season is like you killing spots, as you said. You're taking off spots of new shows to put second seasons on them. And then you have the resurrection, as I call a show that has been dead for 10 years, suddenly gets a new season, gets a new adaptation, gets a side story. This is like taken away from a potential new show. So like, I wonder why is that happening? Is that the industry is not really like satisfied with the intellectual level of new property, or the sales of new properties?
It could be, but the thing that I'm also seeing, like just looking at the chart, the thing that I'm also seeing is that I feel like we have a lot of different studios now that all sort of has their own like big show. So it kind of makes sense that they're like, let's keep that going. So I feel like that also has a lot to do with it. Like a lot of more studios now are actually finding that cash cow. Where I feel like back in like 2010s, early 2010s even, and even before that, I feel like a lot of studios were just like adapting manga after manga after manga, trying to find a show, and now everybody's hitting their fucking like shaft stride where it's like Monogatari, yes.
Yes, Monogatari. Yeah, but we also have more studios nowadays.
We like do. Before, a lot of studios.
We get like 2015, 2018 is like, oh man, we have 40 animes in a season, but 20 are made for like two studios do like half of them.
Yep.
Which is like Production IG and what is the name of the other one? Ah, shit. I'm forgetting my studio names. They don't do that much.
What, WIT?
I know.
TMS?
No. The one from Sword Art Online.
Oh,
A1?
A1 Pictures.
Yeah.
A1 Pictures would do like 5-6 anime per season.
Mm.
And then Madhouse started like doing 3 or something. Then
I mean, A1 still technically does like a shit ton of show per season. It's just that it's no longer under the like moniker of A1. You have Cloverworks and you have a bunch of other studios that are like split out that are all still technically like part of the A1 ecosystem, but they're different. They're like their own thing.
Yeah. But now like there's definitely more studios.
There are more kind of small studios.
Yeah, kind of weird. Right? When you think about everything in anime related industries, where if you're just like, well, we don't profit. Everyone is basically starving to death because we cannot pay anyone. But then you have like all those small studios that they always existed, like support studios, basically coming out to be sustainable enough to have a full production of an anime and having a deal with distributors and whatnot. It's a little bit contradictory, so I wonder what is happening.
Honestly,
like behind this,
considering the fact that we also see a lot more studios that are going bankrupt now. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it is just the fact of like, because the situation has been so shitty with big studios and anime for a long time, people are literally figuring that they might as well do it on their own. Because it's not like it's going to get any worse. You either succeed or you fail.
Like even this season, like Studio Kai was awarded to do the next season of Uma Musume. Like they're also doing the Captain Tsubasa season 2 at the same time. But Studio Kai was like this really weird studio. It's really also a new studio that would just be on the background. They'll do just in-betweens and why not. And in a few years, they just get promoted to do something like Uma Musume, which is huge in Japan. So like, I wonder if it could be that also just bigger studios just injecting money on them.
I don't think so. It's not in certain respects, sure. But I don't
the
know.
IP holders, like Bandai, going in and being like, "I'm just gonna give you a shitload of money. Just don't tell anyone. You're now my subsidiary, but just don't tell anyone."
I don't even think, because again, like I said, the problem is just that we have a lot of studios that are forming and then going bankrupt right away. So I don't really think that's the thing.
Kind of feels like the late
like,
'80s,
a lot
all
of
over again,
veterans,
where it was just OVAs all the time.
Yeah, a lot of veterans as well from big name studios are also sort of splitting off and doing their own studios. So it's like, yeah.
Just looking at this, I recognize some names. Even Media is still kicking.
Media is, that is surprising to me. When was the last time they had a big name show?
Well, let's click on Media.
Here,
look at this shit.
Like, of course, you have Cloverworks and Wit Studio, Nexus, TMS Entertainment, and when the Linden Films still kicking, Madhouse, Toho Studio. What?
Yeah, I saw that too earlier.
Toho is an anime. What? They're a production company. They have an animation studio. Okay.
You considering
like
Domestic Girlfriend a big show?
It's a well-known show. It's
it sells enough for the.
Right,
it does.
That would be the most recent one for Media.
It would, but looking at it after that, it's like problem children come from another world, aren't they? A whole girl. Fucking
girl.
That didn't work out so well.
Yeah, that's a short. What was the Newcom? Isn't that what the fucking my mental choices are completely interfering with my school romantic comedy? God, that is a fucking blast from the past.
God, I hate that. I hate that so much. That shit is so bad.
Yeah, once you get past Domestic Girlfriend, it's a slew of just failed shows.
Pretty much.
Yeah. There's like Bilberry Studios, Bilberry Animation Studios.
Well, this Shirayuki Ikemusume was popular, I guess.
Yokohama Animation Lab. Pachona is still alive and kicking. That's good.
But then you see stuff like Biburi Animation Studios. They worked. I assume they helped out on stuff like Grisaya, like Phantom Trigger.
Yeah. They help all. Like, it's those small studios that you should be on the background. They're just coming up and being able to produce big shows. I'm impressed there's no Korean studios making Japanese animation to consumption in Japanese, like in Japan. Because there's a lot of Korean studios that are taking this mantle of being like behind the scenes studios. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we know that there's a lot more Korean like influence or Korean people that are like getting involved in anime production. So, but I don't think they necessarily have the studios. And I think that has to do with marketing as well, because I don't think marketing-wise, putting a Korean studio's name on it would be very popular in Japan.
Let's see. This all continue Ancient Magus Bride, Dead Mount Death Play, Spy Family, of course. Yeah, I don't know about Dr. Stone anymore. I might be out on that.
I need to watch the second season still, just the first part to see what it is, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see.
After that, I don't know, I guess Undead Unluck catches my eye.
Shield Hero Season 3. I didn't even bother with Season 2 because I heard it on good authority that it is even worse, and
correct.
I'm good on that. Season 1 was at least somewhat fun in that it had some sort of drama. Season 2 apparently has nothing, so I'm probably not gonna bother.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Fully Cooley Grunge? Is that a hard pass from everybody?
Wait, what was?
Fully Cooley Grunge?
Yeah, no, like I said, I don't. I watched the original Fully Cooley. Fully Cooley is fun. I don't give a shit about any of the other ones. They might as well not exist.
Nor should you. Nor should you.
I don't care.
Okay. Is that the amazing preview of Fall 2023?
It is.
The fall of anime
seasonal
fandom.
anime. Let's
Yeah.
go. Everyone,
Everyone just sit down here for the next 3 months and bitch about Idolmaster. Let's fucking go.
yeah, Idolmaster. Woo.
Idolmaster,
I guess
CGI,
yeah.
full CGI.
I guess less anime means more time to
Bandai,
play
Bandai.
video games.
That is very true.
Yeah, I got Tears
More
of the
time on
Kingdom to get
Apex.
through
Oh
still.
god.
I got the Pinocchio game coming out today.
Oh, Lies of P.
Lies of P. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that.
No, get this. So I order this game. I go to GameStop, video
Oh,
game
get it?
store. You know, well known people.
Wait, you
obviously-
still have those? Damn.
they still exist. So I go there a couple weeks ago, and I go, I'd like to pre-order Lies of P. That way, I make sure I have a copy. Okay? And they go, sorry, we're not taking pre-orders for that game. GameStop is not doing that. And I go, that doesn't make sense.
As they should. Don't pre-order the game, JD.
No,
You
I
don't
made
need
sure
to
like the
pre-order
game
the
had
game.
good reviews and shit before. And I was like, okay, this game is good enough for me. So like, nope, we're not taking pre-orders, not in this state at least, for that game. I go, okay, I'll just get it on Amazon. I got Prime, you know, same day delivery as promised. I get an email 2 days ago saying, it's going to be a week late. I go, what the fuck am I paying for Prime for?
That is
God.
weird. It's unfortunate. It would be really nice that one day the internet gets so advanced that we can just like buy digital copies of things.
Right.
And like instant download them. But you know, since who knows? Like right
that
now,
just never
everything-
happens.
You still need your phone and you gotta be connected, you know. It's so fucking hard, especially when your family needs to use the phone and the internet gets kind of fuzzy. Like
Yeah.
maybe who knows? Maybe one day, like
One day we'll get
one
past
day
that.
we'll
I'm not even gonna lie. The moment you said you went to GameStop, I was like, wait, GameStop still exists? Follow up to pre-order the game, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is this? The 90s?
Yeah, I still like
Where
going
am I?
through all that and getting the physical copy, and it's part of the experience I enjoy. And this
I know, but
experience
even
was
if
not
you wanna say
enjoyable.
anymore.
There
They
isn't
just
the
give you a code. There's
Yeah.
no CD inside.
It's a
I don't like
CD with
digital
a
copies.
download. It's a CD with a download link.
Yeah. Make your own. Buy the fucking DVD case and print the fucking print the cover and buy it on Steam. Like,
Buy the game digitally, download it, and fucking burn it onto a CD. There you go. Now you have your physical copy.
yeah, and there's gonna be an actual physical copy, not a fucking cardboard piece with a code printed on it.
Print out some nice art while you're at it, and you can even get your own little
Ah.
custom made art for it.
Oh hell yeah! You should just
okay. Enough
better
making fun
yet,
of me.
you just record it on a cassette tape.
I mean, it's not really making fun of. Well, it kind of is, but like, it's the same thing when it's the same thing when it comes to like, or when it comes to fucking the video game scene right now. Like, there's nothing sadder to me than to buy a physical disc and go and fucking plug it into my PlayStation, only to be like, all right, now we're gonna download the game. What the fucking what am I holding? What is this then? What did I just buy?
Oh yeah, no. Having
Yeah,
the,
you gotta
like, having
have
physical
the
copy.
you gotta have the base
having the hard
base
case.
gigabytes in order to be on to go on the
you
system.
know,
Right.
having the hard case, opening the case. There's no CD, but it's still a normal DVD case. So instead of the CD, you just have like the paper cut out of a CD saying "Download the video game. Here's the code." It's like,
I've
dude,
never seen that in my life, thank God.
some pre-orders, like some physical copies,
There's
are
a
like
few
that.
games that are
You don't have a
like that,
CD.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude, why? At least give me like it can be an empty CD,
Right.
with the code, but like at least give me the CD. It costs like nothing.
A CD that at least you don't have to input the code manually.
Or not even that. Just give me a empty CD dude, with a nice art on it. I don't give a shit, but like at least give me a piece of plastic with it. Not
Dude,
fucking,
come on, you can't expect them to spend that like extra cent. That's incredible.
You know,
They
I
couldn't
say
do that.
what's funny is I say all this, and then last night after bowling, the team came over to my place. We're drinking tequila and shit, and we threw on the fucking Atari and played we played Cubert.
Oh, I thought I thought you guys threw up on the fucking.
No. We threw.
Yeah,
we threw on an old
that would
Atari.
be straight up a 9mm to the fucking face, bro.
No.
If you throw up in my Atari, you're getting the clap, dude.
You're getting the full Brazilian tonight.
You're getting a really, 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 really hot olive to eat.
God damn.
All right, I'm going to play the drop, and we can talk about this despairing anime. Here we go. Drop time. All right. Maybe I'll just play this just for you guys. There you go. You all loved hearing
that is completely out of tone, but sure.
Sure.
Oh, that was loud. Oh,
Blow your ears out there, Tori? Is that what happened?
it did. Yes.
So sorry. Sorry for your loss. Loss of hearing.
Huh? I can't hear you.
Okay. So this was my pick. It was Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. I shall read the synopsis here, or the summary. Itsuki Nozomu is always in despair. So already this show gets like an 8 out of 10 for me, just with that. Even simple things like paying for the toll on a subway can send him into a despair so deep, only attempted suicide is the answer. Relatable, right, Tori?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. How strange is it then that he should be the teacher of a high school class filled with students with even more emotional problems than his? Oh boy, what a journey this was. This great comedy will leave you in anything but despair as you meet each of his students and watch their wacky adventures.
Yeah. Why are they implying
Kind
that
of
it's
wacky.
weird for? Why are they implying that it's weird for a suicidal guy to be a teacher? I feel like those go hand in hand.
Yeah, if you couldn't guess, if you watch the show, this is a Studio Shaft show. Don't know what gave that away.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. Definitely not. You know,
No.
when you sit down and watch it, you definitely can't immediately tell that it's Shaft. Nothing about its style or the way it's cut together, and none of that gives it away that this is a Shaft show.
Right.
Not at all.
Came out
Nope.
summer 2007. Who directed this?
Akiyuki Shimbo, Mr. Shaft.
Yeah.
Mr. Shaft. Okay.
He's got the Shaft. Wait.
He's got a shaft. Did he get the shaft?
No, I think he gave them the Shaft.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaft is only Shaft.
Monogatari guy. Well, that's what I call him.
Monogatari guy.
Literally, just Shaft guy. He's the director
Shaft guy.
of every single Shaft show.
Shaft guy. All right.
He came in to save Shaft, and then he saved Shaft, and now they fucking chained him to it. He's chained to a chair, and they never let him go.
Yeah, and now he's the teacher, and he teaches everyone at Shaft on how to do animation. So like, he's literally the company. I don't know. Maybe he bought that shit, or they just said, you know what, you're good at this. Here's the keys. You're the owner of Shaft now. I'm retired.
Yeah, it has a 7.86 on the My Anime list. Seems to be
The mouse.
pretty loved, I suppose.
The mouse.
Look. My thoughts on the show was this was extremely weird, dark humor, and I thought it certainly delivered in that aspect. And boy, oh boy, did I get prime meme material to just spam on Twitter through over this.
I mean, they literally open it with you just see a guy go to hang himself,
Yeah,
and the girl is just looking at him and be like, wait, hold on, no, don't kill yourself. Just runs over and starts dragging him down. Like, yep, that's how you save someone who's hanging themselves. Just pull on them as hard as you can.
that's right.
And I love it.
Their
I love
neck
the
will
fucking
slip
comments
through the
every
rope.
time. Yeah, and they fucking break the rope and his neck is still on, and I love this. Like, turns around, he's like, "What if I would have died?" Like, yep, yeah, that would have been a problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and then I think it's the very next episode. He's gonna throw himself in front of a train, and then she comes over. No, there's so much to live for, and pushes him essentially into the train.
Oh no, you weren't trying to kill. You were trying to get taller, but you already seem pretty tall to me. You don't need to. Now I understand. Nobody would kill them. Nobody would do something like that. You're all trying to get taller, just like my dad. My dad would also, when things were going really bad with the company, he would also try to get taller every once in a while. My mother also tried to get taller. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
right
so
after
sorry.
right after dad went to the casino and lost all his money, she tried to get taller. Do you want to be a basketball player? Do you think the forest next to Mount Fuji is a want to get taller forest?
I'm like, just so many fucking lies.
It's just in the first 5 minutes, and I'm just going. Yep. I'm gonna like this show.
Just like straight up, first person you made is Kafka Fuda, which is just Franz Kafka, and she uses a pen name. It's not her actual name. He's like, man, this is gonna be an interesting show.
Yeah, so we get a slew of like rambunctious characters. We got a Hikikomori that they essentially like scare her to death inside the room that she won't come out of.
Change strategy. She won't come out. She will
lock
never
her in.
Out.
She'll never come out. Go on the other side of the window and board it up. Like that. They got the foreigner who's come back to Japan, and Japanese culture is just insane to her.
And then they just literally they literally just went, yeah, she's the fan service character. She's the panty flash character. It's like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. Shut up.
Lots of fourth wall breaking, satire towards just anime in general. Let's see. We also got, what were some other characters? A stalker that led to a chain of stalkers.
What do you mean? She's not a stalker. Her love is just a little bit more intense than everyone else's.
Right. I know. I was defined. It was defined, and I felt enlightened to know that it's just deep love to walk into people's homes and record them and know where they are at all times. Guy who was
just fucking putting restraining orders on her because he's like, dude, she's creepy. She keeps stalking me, and she falls in love with the teacher instead and starts stalking him, and he's like, huh. Wait a minute.
Okay.
She lost interest in me? She completely lost interest in me? No, there's no way.
I must find out. I must follow her. I must stalk her. Yeah. I did really like how how he changed her mind through the stalking, and it went to him instead. It was just, true love is actually when two people want to kill themselves together. When in a way he's saying you want to be together until death do us part. That is the joke there. And then he just goes, you know what? I'd be happy to die with you someday. If you need advice on how to commit suicide, I'm your guy. Did he just confess his love to me?
If you need advice on how to commit suicide, I'm your guy. Brother, you have failed to die multiple times.
Yeah, he's not the greatest.
Your track record is not really that good, I must say. Although he did technically die once, and then was just annoyed back to life.
Right. What if I had lived?
And even in the fucking casket, even after his death, that the stalker's still with him.
Yeah,
right.
Inside the casket. Then you have the fake foreigner. Kaede Kimura and Kaede, both personalities, but they only use one of them once. And of course, one of the best characters of the show, that is Mataro. Mataro, which she bought the student ID of one of the students, and the guy's just a homeless motherfucker in the corner of the school.
I sold everything. My ID, my school ID, my books, my life, and I do it again.
And then she was like, oh, that's okay. I was like, wait, that's okay? Yeah. The thing is, she has a student ID. It doesn't matter if she bought it, so I'm okay with it. It's like, man, there's some jokes, like, this show is super dense. There's some jokes, they are like, they are not designed for kids.
Oh, yeah, no.
They're not designed for teenagers. They're designed for like 50-year-olds.
But I just love that though, because it's like, yeah, she is the fucking student council president. She's not our class representative.
She's not at all.
She's not, but like, it's like she is the stickler for rules. Everybody needs to follow the rules, except it's like, but technically that's illegal. And I guess, well, is the documentation in order? Yeah, then it's good enough. Whatever. It's technically still by the rules, so it's good enough. I don't care anymore. Like, I see.
Split in the middle.
In the middle. God. Even the fucking talking about stuff that's like more suitable for fucking adults than it is for kids. Even fucking going around with the teacher. And also just like fucking like when they're going on like the preview like sightseeing tour when he's like going around fucking buying gravestones and shit like that. It's like it's way more affordable if you get one early than if you wait until after you're dead. And I'm just like, man, that is true, and I hate it.
There are people that do that. It's like, all right, if I get the casket now and invoke a payment plan, the rest of my family won't be so financially despaired after I die.
Everyone in my family actually does that. I already have my like a fucking grave bought for me because it's like super cheap. I was like, well, like why not? I don't want to bother
That's
anyone.
the plot of land where my corpse is going. I can't wait.
Yeah. Already got reserved for me.
This is the box where my bones will be put at. They show you. It's like, which one do you like? Do you want the big one or the small one? I was like, I don't think it makes a difference. Like, I'll be honest with you.
Can I fit in the smallest box possible?
I mean,
like, they let your body decompose, and then once your body decomposes, they just dug up your bones and put you in the box. And they're like, do you want the big one or the small one? It's like, it doesn't make a lot of difference. Give me the cheap one. Can you just
give me the cheaper one?
Can you cremate my bones? I don't know. Like,
think about the comfort, Hickey. God, you got to be comfortable in the afterlife.
That's a good point. What if I resurrect? I want to resurrect in the big box.
I want to come out of the ground comfortably. I don't want to be like, I don't want to have a stiff neck or anything.
Yeah, that'd be the worst.
Yeah, and the humor is just kind of right in your face to everything, and just like
it's super dense. Everything is a joke.
Yeah, I believe episode 1 was just simply Kafka's just like renaming the guy, and she gives him like 100 yen to pay for her like messing with him. And she just goes, well, what if we just write your name sideways and that'll make it better? And he just goes, oh, wait, no, that's terrible. And his name spells out despair. And when she just looks at him and goes, Zetsubou Sensei. I was like, that's the name of the show. Got it.
Because Itoshiki, both kanji, they can be morphed into one. It's just Zetsu.
Love it.
And then it's Zetsubou, Itoshiki. Becomes Zetsubou together with his first name.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So the humor is just. You know what? I'm going to pull up the episode list. Let's see here. Sayonara.
Itoshiki Nozomu becomes Zetsubou, and then you have like his brother. There's the doctor, and he's Zetsume, and then like Death Sensei.
That's right. His brother was the doctor.
Zetsume is Extinction. Yeah, Extinction Sensei.
Let's see here. Yeah, all the episode titles are like short haikus of sorts. There's short poetry of terror. It's like evening primroses on Mount Fuji are a mistake. Let's see here. Oh my god, the episode with the hair fetish. No.
The little kid?
Yeah. Like everyone gets their like it's a whole episode dedicated to people's kinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see here. When Nozomi has to go back to his family and all the girls follow him because he has an arranged marriage. If all he has to do is make eye contact with you.
All he has to do is make eye contact.
Dylan.
I'm an expert. I've never made eye contact with anyone before. Fucking old dude just hires in a bunch of people, just randomly, like thugs and fucking intimidators and fucking, like, generally just people trying to get his attention. Like, are these really like people that are experts in being looked at? I don't know. Yeah, that shit was
and then
funny.
there's the abomination. At the end, there's just 1,000 eyes. It's like, what the?
Yeah.
Dude, this show is so dense. The older I get, the more I realize how many jokes they machine fired at me.
Oh yeah, like I'm just
And they are
every
very
episode I
timeless as
couldn't take
well.
my eyes off because every line could be a joke.
Yeah.
Just thrown at you. Just something simple as take the last episode, the girl with the evil eyes, where she's actually evil, but you won't believe that she could be evil because that's a stereotype. You're like, I can't typecast this girl. Yes, you can, and it's just constantly like that. Every line, no way she would do that. Yes, she is. No, she's not.
Yeah.
And then you just
Even
get-
fucking.
Again, like, oh, she's just a tsundere. It's like, okay.
Yeah, she's just a tsundere.
Even just the way like everything is produced as well, the way they would like sort of instantly, they could even instantly turn a scene into like a fucking anime reference. Like how they just suddenly, like towards the end of the show, just fucking, just suddenly made a goddamn scene into a fucking loop on reference. Just like, okay, cool, dude. We're just like fucking, we just seamlessly transitions into fucking anime references. Fucking, we got another fucking episode about Komike. Goddamn.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! I popped hard.
Koshien.
I popped
Yeah.
hard with the comic at everything. I was like,
But
Hickey's gonna love this.
manga, I love the fucking manga Koshien, where it's just like, manga Koshien? What do they mean? It's like, dude, stop. Can we stop this? As in touch. It's like, okay, I see. I understand.
So many.
Take me to manga
Oh, do
Koshien.
you like doujinshi? Like, do you like doujinshi sensei? And it's like completely different things. And then he goes to Comic Age to sell his literature.
His literature, quote unquote.
And it's like, oh my god, you're that Ruro no Kenshin character. It's like, oh my god, you're making a cosplay of Rurouni Kenshin. There's that little reference as well.
Mm.
Yeah, an absurd show, just constantly dark humor, just in your face, firing off on all cylinders. Was it like too much or too fast, or because it was at that pace, that's what made the show just ridiculous and fun?
Like I said, it is very dense. When you start the show, it goes by an instant because it's well directed. So although it's very choppy, it's Shaft. It's Sayuki Shinbo. He's very choppy. Everything's kind of choppy and then stitched together in a weird.
Yeah,
way.
you'll get entire scenes where it's like this far off camera looking at the entire cast, and there's just dialogue being spewed, and then all of a sudden it'll be a close up on someone's
They
face.
won't write.
They'll head tilt.
Yeah.
They'll stare at you, and then it'll go right back to a far view where there's just hardly any animation going on at all.
Yeah, but even then, it's like a lot of the.
Monogatari. It's not as bad as Monogatari, but the nature of the show is very dense because of the jokes, the dialogue, the themes, the machine gun changing of themes. But at the beginning, it's very fluid and you don't feel that much. It's easy to watch. Once you get to episode 8, 9, but you're already by the end of 12 episodes, it kind of slows down.
It does. It does. I agree
So
with that.
you kind of start feeling that you're not sitting down for like 20 episodes. Like, oh man, it felt like 5 minutes. It feels the whole 20 minutes.
Yeah, I would say the first
Especially when
9
they
episodes I
start-
watched back to back to back, and then the final 3 took me a couple days because it almost like I was catching my breath watching the show.
Yeah. They start breaking the fourth wall a lot, so there's also many reminders of where you are in the show. It's like we're going to an intermission. It's like, okay, so we passed like 12 minutes. This is the second core. The episode is ending, or oh, you weren't present in the first core because you're like doing something. So that explains why you didn't appear in the first 12 minutes of the anime. So those time marks, they add up to the sensation that the show is kind of dragging itself, even though nothing changes from the first 9-10 episodes to the last 3-2 episodes. In my influence, if you go to the second season, which is Zoku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, I think that's the name.
Yes.
Because then it's kind of like the same thing, and you start dragging and dragging and dragging. You get to episode 12, and episode 12 is 2 separate short stories. The show kind of ends, like really ends on episode 11. So episode 12 kind of feels really dragged as well by the sheer density of the story they're trying to tell in 12 minutes. If you skip to the second season, then this sensation of dragginess, of friction, might slow your pace or even make you not finish the second season. But for the first season alone, it's something to be aware of. It goes very fluid, but then, I don't know, the viscosity of the fluid kind of changes and starts dragging. Or you realize that the show is actually very dense and it can drag, can have that sensation of drag and friction. Let's say that is a really easy watch. The older you are and closer to killing yourself, the funnier the show gets, I guess.
Oh my god, I want to clip that. This show is great because the closer you are to death, the more you can relate to it.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the show. What was it when I started watching Monogatari? So around 2010, I watched the show.
Yeah.
13 years ago, when I was really young and I should not be watching Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. A lot of the jokes I didn't catch, and I thought the show was fucking really bad. Although I watched like 3 seasons of it. But now I have a really big appreciation for this show because I understand a lot of the jokes.
Yeah.
Because I'm close to death, I guess.
Well, also this, I guess the theme
that.
of our podcast in the last like couple of years, the more we do this, the more we make just like death jokes and just dark humor.
What do you mean? I never.
Like experiences in life. Like, for example, Kafka being extremely positive and she's like, no, he's just a fairy. Or, my father didn't kill himself. He wants to grow taller, you know. Like, there's no way there's depressed people around me. There's no way there's hate communities around me.
You know,
there's
every time
there's assassins,
right.
like
every time they introduce
me.
a new girl, she always kind of pops in the screen randomly. Oh my god, a hikikomori, this person that I've only seen on TV or in movies, is right next to me. This is crazy. I must now go to her.
It's like, there's no way. She's a yokai, you know. And watching that, we're like 13, 14 years old. It's like, man, this girl is like really annoying. But now that I'm older, it's like, you know, it's fine to have like that overly positive vibe that you understand you're lying to yourself, you know. But you want to be positive for once, and you kind of appreciate the characters a little bit more. The guy with no shadow, the president, like no one notices him. He has like his hair is thinning, and you're like, oh no, I'm self-conscious of myself now.
No. Your hair's thinning, huh? Nah, fucking guy. No one can see him. No one can see him until his fucking bald spot starts showing. Then suddenly we're like, wait, hold on. I feel my vision is being dragged towards something.
Oh no, now I'm self-conscious.
Appearing out of thin air.
Then he appears again and is being abused by the health teacher on a bondage, saying BDSM fucking scenario. Like, this is
a classroom full of masochists. Weird show. Really weird show.
Really weird show, but really fun. I went 8 out of 10 throughout all that.
8 out of 10, yeah.
8 out of 10.
I was thinking about 8 out of 10. But like for me, I think it was really funny at times. But there's also times where it's like I didn't laugh much, and like I said, it slows down towards the end, which is like it wasn't bad, but it definitely got a little like the last 3 episodes or so. I feel like felt a lot more time consuming than literally the rest of the show, which was interesting. It's still interesting Shaft style, but like again, when you're used to Shaft style, it's like it's not as impressive anymore. Like it's cool seeing a lot of the different things, like you guys talking about like the still shots and whatnot. I still like the fact that like there's a lot of still shots. Like every time they like change the framing, they change like the angle, like or whatever's happening. Like the text behind them will change, like stuff in the scene will change. Like they're always rearranging and changing stuff in the scenes to make it like not the exact same, which I think is definitely an interesting stylistic choice, and it makes it interesting, as well as being able to like provide extra info, like thoughts, character thoughts, stuff like that. I like that. It's fine. So for me, the show is definitely a good show, and I was thinking of giving it an 8, but I'll give it a strong 7, almost an 8.
All right, that's fair.
I'll go with an 8.
Yeah,
Man, I love the ending. The ending music, the ending theme is so good. Yeah, definitely. I don't think the tempo of the show changed on episode 10. It's just that you kind of realize it is very draggy. You kind of get used to the tempo, and then you kind of realize, like, man, the show has been really like dragging itself right now. And you look behind and you just see the drag trail of it.
You say that, but like episode 10 is the weird one where it's like everybody's looking for excuses, like the one where you meet the movie director. It's like, I was just following the original source, and it's like all about making excuses. Episode 11 is
like the tempo of the episode is very fast, but it feels really draggy because everyone is screaming all the time. They're speaking very fast. They're running all the time.
Yeah. But that doesn't really matter that much. No, wait. Episode 11 was the one with the movie director. Episode 10 was the one with the Culture Festival. Was the episode 10. That one was. I mean, that literally the joke about that was that it was boring. And the last one is the last one.
It's the girl with the guilt complex.
Guilt complex, yeah. Same thing there. It's like kind of just a bunch of people. Like that one's a 2-parter as well, I guess. But yeah, it's like both parts feel like a goddamn episode because it's like So yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel like it slowed down. I feel like it slowed down towards the end. Like it was not slowed down in that sense. It's still frantic at pace, but it's like I feel like the way sort of everything goes by, it feels like it's like it takes a long time to get to the point, I guess, with those episodes. You're kind of just sitting around being like, waiting for like a proper punchline, especially like the fucking Culture Festival. I feel like that was like waiting for like a proper punchline, and it's like, when's the proper punchline coming? When is the proper punchline coming? Kind of didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a
Also,
7, a strong 7 and 2 8s. I like how you mentioned
7...
that once you've been kind of exposed to Shaft anime, it becomes less impressive. But I think because it's been so long since I've watched an anime from Shaft, that's why it stood out to me yet again.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like their style is very interesting. I'm not trying to downplay the style, but it's just like it's the same thing. It's it's the same thing with anything, right? Like if all you play is like games with the greatest graphics, you know, like at a certain point it's like a game coming out being we have really realistic looking graphics. It's like it stops being impressive because it's like, yeah, of course you do. Play like 10 different games in the last fucking couple weeks that has that.
Right.
Like, what's new?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. It's like I was kind of thinking about graphics, and I was talking with a friend at work, and we were talking about more or less how atmosphere and style is impacting my view on games more and more. And I think anime is kind of that same way. I'm less impressed by the fluid and smooth animation movements than just give me something unique and interesting.
Oh, you're looking at the wrong place.
Well, yeah, I felt like I got it in Zetsubou Sensei here.
No, definitely. I love this chef style. They went really hard in the 2007 to 2015. Nowadays, not so much. So I
Probably burnt
always, yeah, I will always like.
Are you saying Chef Guy's burnt out?
No, I'm saying their style is burnt out.
Oh,
Shinbo
maybe.
Shinbo is not really directing anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of like teaching, like more a teaching role right now. So makes sense. But I will always appreciate the weirdness of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei and Monogatari series as well, which is like the prominent series in that kind of direction, like director style. So yeah, it feels nice. Definitely, it's a recommended series, although the anime doesn't cover the end, which is unfortunate. Who knows? Maybe get season 4.
I mean, they could end it on any
revived.
random episode where he successfully kills himself.
Not really, because like there's a huge revelation at the end.
No,
He's not actually a teacher.
Read the manga.
He was never a
If you
teacher the
find
whole
manga, if you find the manga, it's definitely worth buying because the ending is quite the thing.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
guys.
just wait for season 4. I'm sure they'll revive it at some point.
Yeah, of course.
Probably.
Yeah, fall 2025. Maybe. Okay. That'll do it for this episode. Guys, we got some work to do. We got to plan out the rest of the year, I think. So,
Yeah, we do.
Off cast. That does it for this episode. See you next time.
Peace.
Goodbye.